Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a really delicious recipe. So I did share this recently on one of my shorts when I was dishing up my dinner. It's the dynamite chicken recipe. So going back a few weeks, I didn't even know what dynamite chicken was until one of my work colleagues actually told me about this recipe. So thank you so much to you if you are watching. But yeah, it's basically this chicken that is so creamy and delicious. The flavors, I can't really describe them. It's totally different to something I've had before, but it's honestly so good that I've made it multiple times since I found this recipe. Now, typically you can have this as a side. You can totally change up what you serve it with. I just found when I had made this that it went really well with egg fried rice. So that's how I normally serve it now. It's super easy to do. It does take a little bit of time, not gonna lie, but it's so worth it in the end. I'm gonna make mine in my Hysapientia air fryer oven, but you can totally do this on the hob. You can fry the chicken off in a pan if you want to. I obviously prefer doing it in an air fryer or an air fryer oven because I just pop it in there and I just leave it to cook and it's just less messing about. So yeah, let's get straight into this recipe. I really hope you enjoy it and I will see you at the end. So I'm starting off with a large bowl, and to that I'm going to be adding in one chicken breast that I've chopped up into cubes. Now to season this, I've got some salt, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of cajun seasoning, I've got a teaspoon of garlic granules, and then I'm going in with some dark soy sauce, around a tablespoon of that. And now you just want to give everything a really good mix to make sure that chicken is really well coated. So now that you've got your chicken all seasoned, you want to set this aside. Now in a separate bowl, I'm going to be adding in some plain flour. You can use half plain flour and half corn flour as well if you want to. I didn't have any corn flour, so I'm going to season this with some salt, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of parsley, and now just give that a really good mix. Now moving on, I've got another bowl. I'm going to crack in 1 egg into that, and then you just want to whisk that up. So I've got my baking tray here lined with some parchment paper, and now we are going to start coating the chicken. So first of all, it goes into the egg. You make sure it's well coated, and then you pop it straight into your flour mixture. Again, you want to make sure that it's coated really well in that flour. Then you just shake off any excess and pop it straight onto your baking tray. Now continue to do this with all of your chicken, and then we can move on. So now that I've got all of my chicken well coated, I'm going to spray it with some spray oil. You can brush on oil as well if you find it easier. And this is what it's looking like. So let's go ahead and pop this into our air fryer oven. It's going in on the middle shelf, and I always choose the preset function for chicken at 230 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Now we are going to move on to making the dynamite sauce, starting off with some mayonnaise. So you want around 2 tablespoons of this. Next up, you need some hot sauce. So I usually use Sriracha. I didn't have any, so I reached for this one. And let me tell you, this one is so spicy. You really need to be careful with it because I certainly didn't, and I regretted it. I ended up using around a tablespoon of it. Then I squeezed in some honey, again around a tablespoon. Then I sprinkled in some dried parsley. Now you just want to mix everything together, and then at this point I would highly suggest that you taste this sauce to make sure it is okay for your liking. So I would say that if it's too spicy, add more mayo, add more honey if you like, and if it's not spicy enough, just add more hot sauce. So once you've mixed it all together and you are okay with it, then this is ready to go. So as soon as your chicken is done, we are going to pop the chicken directly into the sauce and then just mix it all up to make sure it's really well coated. And that is pretty much it. Your dynamite chicken is now ready. It's super creamy, and honestly the flavors are delicious. So I served mine alongside some egg fried rice. Like I mentioned, it goes so well with this, but you can totally serve it with whatever you like. So I did serve it up and then sprinkle a little bit more parsley over the top, and this is what it looked like. Honestly, it's 10 out of 10.
you need to give it a go, because it's just one of those things that you don't make often, but honestly, once you start making it, you will never stop.
And there you have it, guys. That is how you can make this delicious dynamite chicken at home. It's honestly so good, I can't explain it. So make sure you try this recipe, and then if you do try it out, let me know down below how you found it and what you thought of this chicken. And of course, if you've got any suggestions or ideas, then please leave them down below in the description box, and I will see you all really soon in my next one. Take care, bye.